Top of the morning to you, chaps. Welcome to Chris and Cory Disney Springs. I'm Chris.
I'm Cory.
And we're here to eat all the things. First of all, we want to thank everybody who checked out our very first episode on the channel. It got a great positive reception, so thank you to everybody who checked it out and shared their feedback. We take your feedback very seriously. So we actually did some pretty major changes to the format of the show. You can see kind of a idea of what we're going for with the remixed version of our first episode, which is available now on YouTube. But we're going to take a lot of those changes and really utilize them more in this and future episodes. So thank you for your feedback. Please continue to share your feedback on Facebook or Twitter. If you want to get involved in the conversation, either to share some feedback or to make suggestions for where you want us to eat next time, please go to Twitter on tweet BigCTV show, use the hashtag EatSprings, or go onto Facebook and like BigCTV and share your comments there. So Cory, today we're in the landing at Disney Springs.
Yep.
Feeling a wee bit Irish. How do you feel? Just a wee bit Irish. So we're going to go over to Cookes of Dublin, which is a place I've never eaten at, actually. Cory has.
A long time ago.
So this is going to be a fairly new experience for us. Yeah. So let's go check out Cookes of Dublin and see how it is.
But before we begin, here are 3 fun Irish facts.
In addition to being St. Patrick's Day, March 17th is National Eat Like an Irishman Day.
Corned beef was actually made in America and is not normally eaten in Ireland.
Flavored potato chips were actually invented by an Irishman named Joseph Spud Murphy. So the exterior of Cookes of Dublin is made to look kind of like an old school Irish pub, and it definitely accomplishes that vision. It's a very simplistic design with some nice outdoor seating in addition to the interior sections. The menu is very basic. It's got some classic Irish inspired pub dishes.
So the interior is fairly simplistic, using a mix of green, white, and black tiles. There's portraits of prominent Irish figures along the walls inside, and of course there's your Coke machine with a variety of flavors.
Here's what I will be dining on today. It looks delicious. Alright, so I got the battered burger. So basically this is a burger that's been deep fried and battered. It looks good. I'm going to try that in a second though, because I also got a side of bacon and Irish cheese dip that I'm going to dip my delicious looking steak fries into. So let's try that out. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Sexy right there. Thumbs up. It needs a second dip. That's absolutely delicious. You're a big fan of like Irish cheese and bacon, which if you're not, what's wrong with you? This is super delicious, so highly recommend it. It's a good side and you can dip your fries in. You get a good amount of fries, so it's definitely worth trying out. Now I'm going to try this battered burger. It's pretty big, as you can see. Sounds really interesting, so let's try it out. Bottoms up. Very interesting. I will say I'm not used to having to like crunch a burger, but the batter looks good. I mean, it tastes good. It's the same batter they use for their fish and chips and their chicken, but it's interesting to see it on a burger. I got mine with this like garlic mayo sauce and then some cheese on top. And I mean, it's a really solid burger. I think I'm gonna add some ketchup to it to give it a little extra pizzazz. But it's also got a very different bun than what you're used to for a cheeseburger. I'm gonna take one more bite. Very different experience than what you're used to with a cheeseburger, but it's good. I like it a lot. It's definitely a more unique offering than all the other burger places that there are around Disney Springs. So pretty solid, I enjoy it.
And here is what I'll be noshing on today. Shout out to Life is Strange. Hello. So, It's my turn. I'm gonna try the beard batter, not beard batter. It's just battered chicken and chips. They also have the tartar sauce that comes along with it. It's just two really big pieces of chicken, and it looks really good. The batter always looks amazing. I'm gonna try that bacon and Irish cheese dip first. So we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, you got it? Yeah, that's really good. That's like tier 10, tier 100 dip. That's great dip.
See, yes, I did the same thing.
Yeah, that's God tier dip. So, really amazing. I think I might have to think of the taste and stuff like that, but they mainly get a bit. You get like the bacon and the cheese, stuff like that. It tastes really good. It smells it really well, and it goes beautifully with fries. There's a ton of fries. Right, so now we got the chicken. I'm gonna try it with the tartar sauce first. Like, it tastes really good. Like, I never really think to put chicken with tartar sauce, but with the batter, knowing how good the batter is, how it's fried and stuff like that, it goes so well. It's really good. I'm gonna try it by itself. I probably should have did that first, but whatever. It's really good on its own. So, but the tartar sauce really, that's what it really does it. Like, I don't know what type of tartar sauce it is. It's unlike any tartar sauce I've tried before. It has to be homemade. But it's really, really good too. So those are my thoughts on it.
So here are my thoughts on Cookes of Dublin. First of all, the presentation of the food I thought was pretty solid. It had kind of this pub vibe, which is kind of what they're going for in terms of the theme. I like the fact that, again, they have branded paper that says Cookes of Dublin for the food. It was presented well. It wasn't anything like super standout, but it was presented well. So I'd give it probably a 3 out of 5 for that. The quality of the food was excellent. I thought it was very flavorful. The burger I had was very different from most burgers that you would find, especially at Disney Springs. Having a battered burger is very different. The garlic sauce that was on it was very flavorful. The bun had a very nice different texture than what you're used to. The fries were excellent, and that cheese dip was to die for. One of the best cheese dips I've ever had. So quality, I got to give it a 4.5. I thought quality was absolutely outstanding. Definitely one of the best quick service places here at Disney Springs. The value I thought is decent. It's a little pricier than some of the cheaper places, but it is still in the cheapest tier of food at Disney Springs. I paid about $12 for my burger, about $5 for the cheese dip, and then $3 for the drink. So it was about $20 altogether for everything, which is a pretty decent value considering all the food you're getting. And you get a decent amount of it, but I think in terms of price to what you get, you can find better values out there. But I think overall it's a pretty solid value, so I'd give it a 4. The big thing is the quality makes up for the less value, I guess. Finally, the atmosphere of Cookes of Dublin I thought was decent. It's very simplistic. There's not a whole lot of like elegance to it, but I did appreciate the fact that they play Irish music from Irish artists. And simplistic isn't always a bad thing, but I think it would have been nicer to see a little bit more flair put into the restaurant. So I would give the atmosphere a 3.5. Would I go back? Absolutely. I thought the quality of the food was great. I really enjoyed what I had, and I can't wait to try some other things there.
All right, so my thoughts on Cookes of Dublin. I liked it a lot. So I'm gonna start with your presentation. I'm gonna agree with Chris with the 3. Like, it's solid. I like the way they do present it, kind of like you're in a pub, and the little designs or the logo really on the wrapping paper. I think that's pretty nice touch too. I feel like there's like a little bit more that they can do with it, but what they have is very solid and it kind of fits with what they're going for, I believe. Quality wise, I also agree with Chris with the 4.5. Very tempted to give it a 5. Like, because everything that they do have there is amazing and looks amazing. It's completely different from what you see like at any other restaurant really. Like the batter is amazing. It goes so well with the tartar sauce, and also the cheese dip is probably one of the best cheese dips I had. Tartar sauce is definitely the best one I've had, and it, yeah, like I said, it goes really well with everything that the batter, and the batter a lot of stuff. Value, also agreeing with Chris with the 4. Like, it's a bit more expensive than Chicken Guy, but it's still on the lower tier. But the thing about it is that it's like the quality of the food makes up so much for it because it's so unique and it's so good. So giving it a 4 for that one. And then as far as the atmosphere goes, also agreeing with Chris, 3.5. Like, it's just fairly simple. I believe that it goes well with what they're kind of going for. Like, it's a part of the whole Raglan Road, the hole in the wall, and all that stuff too. So the theming of it does kind of look kind of cool, but the inside of the restaurant just looks kind of very subdued. But the Irish music, which you hear in the background, is a very nice touch to it, and it kind of gives you a bit more of the atmosphere. But other than that, the restaurant and stuff kind of looks like just normal, really. It's not like something I feel like I'll go to very often, but maybe when, like, it's not like something I feel like I'll go to very often, but more often than most places that I feel like we're going to go to here. Because the food is great and there's a lot of things that I want to try on the menu. I probably want to try everything, honestly, eventually. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Cookes of Dublin.
All right, so that is it for our thoughts on Cookes of Dublin. We both really enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed our review. And if you want to join in on the conversation for making suggestions for future videos or where we should eat next, be sure to go to Twitter, tweet at BigCTV Show with hashtag EatSprings. Make your suggestions. Go into Facebook, like BigCTV, leave your suggestions there. And also, if you want to help fund future episodes, maybe help us to do them more frequently, become a Patreon patron. We're going to patreon.com/BigCTV. You can join in one of our tiers, and we're going to work on updating the rewards soon, so you'll have some more fun rewards for that. Anyway, this has been Chris and Cory Eat Disney Springs. This is the series where we eat all the things.
All the things.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
All my friends, whoa, come right in.